Hello and welcome to West Wales. If you're new here, my name is Becca, and on this channel I share all things fibre and textile arts. And in today's video I've got a fibre haul. So I have a lovely big box from World of Wool, which I'm going to open in a minute, which is fibre. And then I also have a couple little bits down here, and they are little bits of equipment. So all these wonderful things have been paid for by gifts that I've been given on the Buy Me a Coffee, and also the super chats and super thanks. No, not super chats. That's on lives, isn't it? Super thanks that people have given me. And so I save them all up. Then I buy things to demonstrate on the channel. So if you have bought me a coffee or given me a super chat over the last few months, thank you very much. And this is what I've bought with it. Okay, well, I'm going to start with the bits of equipment, and I've got a couple of thank yous, specific thank yous. Okay, so this is an Ashford flick carder, and I had a very kind gift from Resource Dragon in Australia, and this is this is a flick carder. And I will be making some more blending videos coming up, so I definitely will be using that. I'm going to give it a little bit of a bit of a top dress. Is that what the word you use when you put a little bit of kind of like wax and stuff on, or oil? Anyway, whatever you call that, I'm going to do that so that it stays in good condition. And I mean, this sort of thing is going to last, well, probably my lifetime, I would think. So thank you very much, Resource Dragon. Really looking forward to using that. The dog, of course, is now barking at me because I'm talking to you and she gets jealous. So I'm just going to sort her out and tell her not to be jealous. Dog FOMO, yeah, fear of missing out. And the next thing, and this is from Dan. So thank you very much, Dan. And look, it's another piece of Ashford loveliness, and that is a second reed for my rigid pedal loom, so that I can get on and start weaving slightly more complex patterns, because I've just been doing plain weave and there are some patterns that I really want to weave and they need a second reed. So thank you for that, much appreciated. It's taken ages for all this stuff to arrive because it takes a while for me to get sort of paid by Google and the various people, and then everything was then out of stock because it was Christmas, so it's kind of taken a while. So those are the two little bits of equipment. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So kind. I really, really appreciate it. And it just goes such a long way. It means that I don't have to sort of do memberships or you know, have too many adverts on. I try to have like not too many adverts on the videos. If you don't put any on, then you don't get promoted in the algorithm. So I do have to have at least one in the middle, and I do try not to have hundreds. Right, okay, next thing, the box of fibre. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can just see what I'm doing. So this has taken quite a long time to arrive. Normally, World of Wool is extremely quick, but I had a blend made for me, and that takes a bit longer. And I just need to make sure there's no kind of paperwork that's got any details on. No, okay. So there we go. So first thing is the blend, and I'll turn the camera around properly so you can see that and tell you a little bit about it. So for about the past 18 months or so, I've sort of had this mini side quest to find the ultimate fibre blend for socks. And I've done various kind of experiments and things, which I've probably shared most of them, but I've also been looking at what other people are doing, taking advice from other people. And this is the blend that I sort of have had quite a lot made up. So this is 500 grams. Because that is the minimum you can have for like a custom blend, and it is silk, alpaca, and chiviot. I actually don't know how you say that sheep's name. Cheviot? 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 Somebody will tell me. Anyway, so that is a down breed, and down breeds are really good for making socks. And I sort of, yeah, so anyway, so I've had this made up. I'm going to do some dyeing with it. And as you can see, it's got the alpaca in, so it's sort of got that really lovely sort of oatmeal colour to it. So I probably will make a 3-ply, have one of the plies undyed just with this lovely oatmeal, and then over dye a couple of different colours. So I've got something quite nice. I mean, there is enough that I could do a painted, like a painted fibre with. Might do that as well. Anyway, to be decided. But yeah, really looking forward to experimenting with that. Okay, dog's barking at me again. I have to go and let her in. Little dog is now down here, so I'm just going to give her a little scratch on the back and hopefully she'll settle down and I can finish the rest of this video. It's not going to be a very long video, just show you what I bought. Right, okay, so let's dip in here. And the next one is, okay, so this is Wensleydale top, and this is for another in the series of the Rare Breed Study or Rare Breed Spin Along. And I have bought comb top rather than buying locks. I don't particularly use or make sort of art yarns, so I thought a top would be more useful to me rather than using tops. You know, I say that now. I mean, 6 months' time, I might have changed my mind completely. Anyway, so Wensleydale, next one. Aha, right. Oh, so this is flax for spinning linen, but it is a top. And I was reading Spin Off magazine, and they were talking about spinning off the fold, so spinning flax from the fold rather than line spinning it. So I thought that would be a good thing to try. So I have some flax to mess about with. It's like Christmas. Then, Teeswater top. So again, another one of the rare breeds. So there's some Teeswater top to have a little play with. And, okay, so pedigree, that's not a word, pedigree Welsh Mountain Sheep, again for the Rare Breed Study. And natural hemp. I have knitted with hemp before, and I made a scarf, a sort of like a very simple lace pattern scarf years ago. But I quite liked it, and I just thought it'd be a good fun thing to experiment with, as I have been exploring plant fibres, which I've probably told you before. I have very little experience spinning plant fibres. So as I've kind of been developing, learning to weave, I've sort of wanted to play a little bit more with plant fibres, because eventually I want to be able to get to a point where I can weave cloth to make clothes out of, as in sewn clothes rather than knitted or anything else clothes. So that's where I'm going eventually. That's the master plan. Always got to have a master plan, but it's going to take quite a while, because as I say, I've only just started learning how to even weave and how to spin these plant fibres. Right, I think there's one more, so let's just have a look. Oh no, I'm wrong. That was everything. Okay, so that's all the different fibres. I am going to be obviously demonstrating all of them at some point on the channel, and it quite often takes me quite a while to kind of get through them all, which is, you know, that's fine, because this is not a race, not a competition. This is just I make these videos for fun, really, as much as anything. And I've said this many times before, if I was doing it for the money, I'd be reviewing tech or telling you how to run a business. I would not be playing around with wool. But I love it, and I get lots of really great feedback that you enjoy it as well. So, you know, we're all happy, aren't we? Right, that's just quite a short one. Thank you if you have watched and subscribed to my last couple of videos. They've been very popular. So I will keep you updated with both the dye garden and also the projects that I decide to make with the wool that I got from the mill. And I have to now go and walk the dog, who's down here just sort of slightly harassing me, and I will see you in a few days' time. Bye for now.